Good morning. This is your girl T. Lynn. A tip for the mask makers. I don't know about you, but I like to work smart, not hard. I was going to try to do this professionally, and I figured that I couldn't because I'm not a professional. But I would just like to share a tip with you guys. Those are you that has been working so diligently and faithfully on the mask for this time that we're dealing with the COVID-19. And I want to salute all of you that has been providing masks for our state, for our city, for those out of state. I applaud you. May God continue to bless you in your gift, being a seamstress. All of us didn't start out being a seamstress, but thank God that we chose this task to be able to help in such time of crisis. But again, I would just like to share something with you that has made my sewing the mask much easier. I looked for different ways every day to make it easier, quicker, faster, because there was some demands that sometimes caused me to have to work fast. And I like to work smart. So thank God for my guider that always giving me a better way. And you all know who that is, the best teacher ever. So I would just like to share with you on some tips about the elastic that goes with the mask. Whether it be for the head and the neck, or whether it be just for the ears. I found out it's very difficult to stitch the 1/4 inch elastic together at the end, due to the fact that it goes down into the bobbin plate, causing your thread to knot up, causing the thread to break, and it was just slowing me down. And I was having to have someone to help put the elastic in once I made the casing for it. And it was just a lot of extra work, and it was just time consuming, and I just don't like to waste time. So sitting here a couple weeks ago, God gave me an easier way to do it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And if you will, I will begin by sharing it with you, by showing you what it takes to actually get it done. So I'm going to just walk over to my machine. You might be seeing the back of me, but all I need you to do is just to hear me. So this is what I did. I took a piece of broadcloth, which you can use the cloth of your choice. Now, I don't think that the stretch fabric will work very well, simply because it's had the tendency also to go down into the bobbin plate. And this is the elastic that I'm talking about. Now, I've used several different sizes of elastic, and for some reason I keep getting this size that I really didn't request, but it seems to work well because this is the perfect piece to go in the mask. But the 3/4, 1/2 inch worked better because it was easy to maintain. So this is the 1/4 inch elastic. So this is what I did. I'm going to show you like half of the process. This is the elastic cut for the long mask that calls for the longer elastic, I should say. Now this is just a white broadcloth, and I have taken, I don't know, probably this might be maybe 50 pieces, and I just took and stitched it to this piece of cloth. And so once I stitched it to here, which I'm going to demonstrate it, okay, I took this piece of broadcloth, as I said, and if you will, I'm just going to cut a piece off of here, my roll, as I reach over, just a little short piece. And I'm going to stitch it on here. This is what I've done. I've taken it and put it here, and I just stitched it on there. Okay? Once I stitched it on there, that got one end, because they're so small, it's just hard to stitch them together if you don't have a base to stitch it on. So I took it, and you can just pivot your fabric. You don't have to actually take it off the machine. And then you take the other end, and which is going to be longer, so it's going to be easier. You take and put, even if it's not long, it's not difficult. You take it and you put it together, matching it up, and you take it and you let your feed dog down, and you just stitch over that piece. Okay? So once you do that, then you have your oh snap, I went and clipped my elastic. I'm going to try that again. Well, how about if I just do this? I'm just going to take the one that I've already done. Okay, this is the whole strap. So what I did, I'm just going to flip this over here. Put my elastics there. And I'm just going to take this one. And make sure it's straight, because you don't want your elastic to have a twist in it. You want your garment to come out the way you would want it to be if you would purchase it. So I took and put that there. And I'm just going to run my needle, my thread over it. I just back tack for the sake of not coming loose. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to separate it from all the rest, and I'm going to cut it. There. Okay. Now, here we go. Oh, snap. Well, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm just going to back tack it, because that's what I would do if I wasn't showing it to you guys. I would back tack it, because I want my elastic to be very sturdy when my garment goes out. So I'm just going to do it again, and I'm going to back tack it. And it don't have to be perfectly lined up together, because once you put it inside of your mask, you can straighten it out. So here it is. I don't think it's going to come loose this time. I told you I wasn't a professional at this, especially when it come down to recording and all of that good stuff. But sometimes that's not even important. We lose out on what we're really trying to do and get over to the people sometimes by trying to do it the way others has always done it. So this is what we're hoping to have. Now, unless you buy some elastic already stitched together at the end, this will have to be done. Now, you can tie it in a knot. I haven't been successful at that, because it always tends to have a twist in it. So I don't want a twist in it. So I had to come up with something different. And I guess you can glue it together as well, because when you do find some of those elastic hair bands, it has glue in it, but apparently it's a special kind of glue. I don't know about the fabric glue only, but I tried some and it didn't work well for me. So I'm going to stitch with the thread. So here, this is a mask partly finished, and this is seen to be the part that take up the most time when we have to insert the elastic. Mainly, when I started out, I would fold my end and then stitch it down. And then I would take an pin and take a pin and take the elastic and run it through. But this is much easier, and that's why I want to share with you guys. So once we have this done, and preparation takes time. So you might want to start on your job maybe 30 minutes early to prep you some strips on your cloth like this and get it finished. And then all you have to do is cut them each out individually like this. And so once you get ready to go to work on finishing your mask, you would take one end and put it under there, and you would stitch it. I'm hoping you guys could see what I'm doing because I'm trying to avoid from getting in front of the camera. And then you would stitch this together. You got that end in. And then you would take this here. And you don't, and once I'm so good about it, you don't have to worry about it twisting because you have already made sure that when you stitched it together on your piece of fabric. So whether it twists or not while you're stitching it, once you lay it out, and it's all going to be perfect. It's not going to be twisted. And you stitch this piece in like that, stitch it in, and then voila. Once you stitch it in, you already have your elastic in. You don't have to stop. You don't have to get another partner to insert the elastic in for you. You can finish this garment all in one. You don't have to lay it aside and come back. Because if you do it the other way without doing it this way, you would have to what? Like I said, insert it. Then you have to go back and stitch it together. Then you have to go back and line it up and tack it so it won't come out. So hopefully that this has been a help to you today. The finish part. I do have a finished mask here. I'll just show you one. I step away for a minute and I can get it. This is one just sitting aside. Of course, this elastic is a little wider, and of course, I still took the same steps to it. This is a finished garment right here with the white elastic. Like I said, it's a little bigger, probably like a 3/4 inch. And so, hopefully, that was a help for you on today. So, if you enjoyed the tip, let me know. Maybe I can share future tips